Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I'm your host of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. My name is David Bradley, training facilitator and coach with Grant Cardone. I'm bringing you, just you, weekly sales solutions, sales tips, sales strategies, and a couple attitude adjustments thrown in there just for good measure, directly from the 10X world of Grant Cardone. Check this out. 80% of what we do over here, 100% free. So the purpose of the podcast is to make sure that the free stuff we're putting down, you are picking it up and you're plugging it into your sales, your business, and your life. So thank you in advance for hitting that subscribe button. And if you're getting some value from this, do me a favor, but don't just do me a favor. Do somebody else a favor and share this out into the cyberspace. I promise you, if you're getting value from this, somebody else will too. Somebody else, in fact, is literally waiting for you right now to share this out into cyberspace so that they can find it, grab it, and get something out of it too. You sharing this literally is going to help somebody else. So thanks in advance for doing that. Now, today's episode, we're going to be talking about why safe always loses. And I'm going deep into the archives. I'm pulling out a blog post of Grant's from almost 2 years ago at this point. It was inspired by his book, Be Obsessed or Be Average. So we're going to go deep today. But before we get into that, you know what we're going to do. We're going to have a quick word from our sponsor. That's exactly what we're going to do. The Cardone Solutions Podcast is brought to you by Cardone University. This is the #1 sales, marketing, and business training platform in the galaxy. This is your methodology. This is your way. This is your roadmap to increase your income and grow your sales today. Here's what you're going to get. Access to Cardone University with over 800 business courses, private Cardone U Connect community over on the Facebook, exclusive Q&A live streams with your Uncle G, access to never before seen content, and access to live weekly training sessions, plus membership pricing on products and events like our up and coming boot camp. So to get started today, to get everything that you need to run your business and your household, head on over to cardonesolutions.com/CardoneU free. That's cardonesolutions.com/CardoneU free, because when you get there, you can get 2 weeks free access. And if you don't need the 2 weeks free, I got a special offer for anybody who's ready to take action and get started right away. cardonesolutions.com/CardoneU free. That's cardonesolutions.com/Cardone, the letter U, the word free. See you over there. All right, so we're going to talk about why safe always loses. We're going to pull the covers back. We're going to confront this issue head on. But first, I want to read you something. This is based on a poem that comes from Marianne Williamson. And I think this poem in and of itself is such a great way to start the podcast today. I think it's such a great way to open up the conversation about why safe always loses. And I just want you to think about what I'm about to give you right now. This comes from a book called A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. And here it is. And you've heard this before. A lot of times Mandela gets credit for this, but it's not his. He actually was just reading it because he read the book and he loved it, and so he shared it. I think it came from his inaugural address. It's most likely where people have heard it. So here you go. You ready? Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us. It is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Isn't that good? Okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty about why safe always loses. And I just want to start it with that. Trying to avoid danger in a world that's filled with it, it's impossible. Okay, forget about it. Bad things happen to good people every single day. So, like, what examples can you think of from your own world or things you've observed, even lately, where bad things have happened to good people? So in this blog post I was referencing earlier, Grant listed 3 examples. Sometimes you lose money before you make money. That's a bad thing, okay? Customers betray you for the competition. Your spouse leaves you. A parent, sibling, pet dies. Those are bad things. I've experienced several of those. And I'm a good person. And I'm sure you've had similar experiences too. And you're good people too. So would you consider? Classic Cardone line, would you consider? What if it turned out that by being careful and trying to avoid danger, people actually spend their lives in danger? And what if it turned out that the only way to actually reduce risk is to take risk? Like this, does that seem counterintuitive? First time I started thinking about that, the first time Grant dropped that on me, that was very counterintuitive. But it is actually safer to be at sea than tied up in a harbor. And I know this because I live on the beach. Especially because that big ship you have wasn't built for the harbor. It's built for deep waters, high swells, long journeys, where the big sharks swim and treasures await. Comfort, my friends, is your biggest threat. Why? Because in your effort to find it or maintain it, you lose out on making gains toward your potential. So the only way to guarantee your safety is to become, wait for it, obsessed. Obsessed with being the most dangerous person in your space. What the hell? Yeah, okay. Look, if you aren't dangerous, you're a threat to no one. And you'll be pushed around by your competitors, customers, vendors, employees, spouse, even your kids or your pets. Do not live your life. Do not live any of your life cowering, being fearful, timid, or just accommodating. So in this post, Grant gives 3 ways that we can stay dangerous once we've made the commitment to be dangerous. Number 1, leave town. So according to a 2008 Pew Research report, 88% of all people live within just a couple of miles of where they grew up. And Grant talks about the best moves of his life that he's ever made was where he left a familiar or comfortable setting. Comfort is the enemy of the obsessed, Grant says, because safe always loses. So to be dangerous, you got to force yourself out of your comfort zone, like literally. Try a new city. Moving has always proved to be a monster personal growth builder for Grant. Okay, and if it's not about moving, man, go somewhere different, which will enable you, even in your own town, to, or especially your new one, to do number 2, which is connect with new people. Because, regardless of where you live right now, you need to make it a point to constantly, consistently meet new folks. There is no glory in living in one of the greatest countries on the planet and then spending all of your time on a couch or at the club or with the same people. Reach up. If you're not connecting with new people, more influential, more smarter people, whether that's online, whether that's in person, over the phone, at conferences, through mentors, and everything else in between, you're literally putting yourself in danger. Connecting with others, it may be uncomfortable, but still. Grant stays dangerous by reaching out of his comfort zone, by meeting new people who could be helpful to know or at some point either now or in the future. 3, be unpopular. Permission to be unpopular is okay. You don't have to be one of the cool kids. You can look like everyone else's favorite uncle and still be the most dangerous person in space. Uncle G. You can be nice to everyone, respectful. You can have good manners, but success, look, it is not a popularity contest. So Grant says, I would rather others think less of me than me think less of myself. Ooh. So remember this. It's a great quote that Grant said. He says, to be president, you just need to get half the nation to hate you. Ain't that the truth? Remember, obscurity. It's your biggest problem. So Grant says, love me or hate me, at least they know me. Okay? 4, use new technology. Okay? When new and uncomfortable, unfamiliar technology comes out, learn how to use it. Start to wield it, Clubhouse, until something new and better comes out. Grant has always been at the forefront of new technology, whether that's Meerkat. What's Meerkat exactly? Periscope, Parahu, right? Clubhouse. To grow your company, to grow your network, and your dominance, especially in this marketplace. You have to embrace and become obsessed with everything technology can do for you, that can introduce you to new and unfamiliar people. If you look at the recent roster from 10X GrowthCon, several of those people came to that event due to Grant's activity in the Clubhouse. So you want to be an early adopter. That's okay. And you want to take that leap into the unfamiliar. Don't be comfortable by some play it safe person thing. Fear, as Grant says in the 10X rule, is an indication of what you should do, not what you shouldn't. No growth happened in your comfort zone. Okay, Grant's going to be the first guy to tell you that he has been scared most of his career. And if he's not scared, he actually starts to worry that he's not challenging himself enough. You have to convert your fear into power. So check this out. Talked about this last week. It doesn't take money to make money, Grant says. It takes courage to make money. And you can't have courage in the absence of fear. So you better get uncomfortable. You better get scared. And then convert that fear into power. Fear can be your friend. It can be an asset. It's a source of energy, creativity, and inspiration if you use it right. Otherwise, well, you wind up like Darth Vader. Bottom line, you will not find the path to your purpose inside your comfort zone, the path to your purpose. So, some Q&A for you. A little question and answer, just to challenge yourself to make sure you're doing this right, okay? Are you expanding and recreating who you are? If not, you're stagnating. Are you reaching for new audiences? If not, you're already obsolete. Are you creating new products? If not, you're uninspired. But Dave, I'm just in sales. Figure it out. I'm not saying go in there, if you sell Ford, go in there and build a new Ford. I'm not suggesting that. What's a product? It's a different conversation altogether. But there are plenty of new products you can create within your company. Are you developing new streams of income? If not, you're on your way to losing money. Period. Are you the biggest fish in a small pond? If so, you're getting lazy. Are you the smartest person in the room? If so, you're in the wrong room for starters, and you're looking for boredom. You're like right up against it. Are you always worried about one client? Man, I hope I get that deal. If you are, your pipeline's out of whack. It ain't full. That's for sure. Okay? Are you scared at this very moment? If you're not, then you aren't doing the things that are worth doing. And this has been another exciting episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. Speaking of getting out of your comfort zone, maybe it's time that you get your game on, right? You can stay at home and be in that comfort zone, or you can get out into the world. Okay? Get out there. Go to a new town. Go someplace different. Meet new people. Permission to be unpopular? granted, okay? Start using new technology, right? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? And if you haven't put yourself on Cardone University to learn some tools, techniques, strategies, mindsets to be dangerous and to stay dangerous and to get out of that comfort zone, you can get access to it 2 weeks free. Your name's on it right now. All you have to do is go on over to cardonesolutions.com/Cardone free. Sign yourself up. 2 weeks for you with your name on it. Get over there. And I'm going to leave you with the words of Grant Cardone. Be great. Because what? Because nothing else pays. That's right. We'll see you soon.